Guests have had some experiences here they just can't explain.
During the daytime, when you walk into the mansion, it seems just like another place. But when it gets dark, it has another vibe to it completely. It just feels like there's something watching you when you're in this house.
The Lemp Mansion, one of the most famously feared places in St. Louis.
According to me, there's at least 9 spirits here in this house. I heard someone walking around the bed. I knew it wasn't my partner there, and it kept walking and walking and circling and circling.
Welcome back to Tyler Medeiros TV. In today's video, we dive deep into one of America's most haunted locations. Nestled in St. Louis, Missouri, this mansion holds chilling tales of tragedy, despair, and the supernatural. Now, if you enjoy videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. The Lemp family rose to prominence in the 19th century and became known for their brewing empire. But as the family enjoyed success, a dark cloud loomed over their legacy. A series of tragic deaths would haunt the mansion for generations. In the 1860s, the Lemp Mansion was built, and it was built right next to the Lemp family brewery. By 1870, this brewery had become the largest in St. Louis, dominating the local beer market until Prohibition shut it down in 1919. By that point, the family had already faced significant tragedy, including the mysterious death of Frederick Lemp due to heart failure at the young age of just 28, and the suicide of William Lemp Sr. From 1919 to 1949, 5 more deaths/suicides would occur. In 1920, just days after her marriage, and with her husband in the next room, Elsa Lemp supposedly took her own life. She was found with a gunshot wound to the chest, but she left behind no suicide note. The Lemps called their doctor, an attorney, and the coroner without ever notifying the police. The police weren't involved until at least 2 hours after her death. In 1922, after selling off the Lemp Brewery complex at auction, William Lemp Jr. ended his own life inside the mansion office with a gunshot straight to his heart. Again, no note was left behind. In 1943, William Lemp III died of heart failure at the age of 42. William's unnamed illegitimate child died inside the mansion somewhere around mid to late 1940s. In 1949, Charles Lemp committed suicide in his mansion bedroom after shooting his dog in the basement. Knowing several other Lemp suicides remained suspect, Charles left a note with only the words, "In case I am found dead, blame it on no one but me."
Charles Lemp died in 1949. Charles was an elderly man when he committed suicide. He was suffering. He had bone cancer and crippling arthritis, and he had lost probably a will to go on.
Following his brother's death, Edwin Lemp sold the mansion, and it became used as a boarding home. Then in 1970, the final death of Edwin Lemp at the age of 90 ended the family line. It's believed Edwin lived as long as he did only because he sold the mansion and left the evil behind. Although the Lemp Mansion gets most of the press, many suspect it was the cursed business that drove several of the Lemp family to suicide or other ill fate. Now, something interesting is the Lemp Mansion and brewery were connected by a series of underground tunnels and caverns called the Caves of St. Louis. Years ago, this natural cave system provided the perfect temperature for aging beer. The Lemps would also use these caves of stone arches and Gothic walls to walk to work each day. Today, it's a horrific haunting experience experience like no other. Over the years, countless visitors have reported eerie encounters, from ghostly whispers to disembodied footsteps echoing through the halls. Urban legends abound, including tales of shadowy figures lurking in the corners, and unexplained cold spots that send shivers down your spine. A group of friends intrigued by these stories decided to investigate the mansion for themselves. Armed with cameras and ghost hunting equipment, they hoped to capture evidence of the paranormal. As they stepped inside the mansion, an unsettling feeling took over them. The atmosphere was thick with a sense of foreboding, and they couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. While exploring, they snapped a photo of a shadowy figure in a doorway, appearing as if it were watching them intently. Another really chilling moment came as one of them decided to go up the stairs. Suddenly, they felt a gentle tapping on their shoulder. When they turned around, no one was there.
Steve and I decided to go down into the basement. The steps are very dark. They creak, they groan. It is like the haunted houses that you see in movies. We were the only two down in the basement, and we were setting up cameras, just trying to see if anything was going on down there.
Len and I were in the basement for about an hour. Nothing was really happening. So Len decided he was going to go upstairs.
As I was walking up the back staircase, I started to feel a tapping on the back of my left shoulder, like someone trying to get my attention, and I just kept ignoring it. I felt a hand grab my shoulder, my left shoulder. I could feel the individual fingers. They stopped me in my tracks. After I was stopped, I turned around to see who it was, and there was nobody there.
Later, they captured a haunting reflection in a mirror. They took a photo where a mirror is in the background, and in the reflection of the mirror, there's a shadow figure on the stairs that couldn't be seen with the naked eye. This unnerving sight fueled their excitement and fear, compelling them to continue their exploration.
It was a shadow person.
It gives you the chills when you're actually in the same room with things like this, and you really don't see them. But until you look later at photographs. It's a weird picture. There's a mirror on the opposite side of the staircase, which is showing the banisters and the stairs. And there's no shadow on the stairs at all, but you can see it in the mirror reflection. When I saw the picture of that shadow, I just kind of went, wow, this is the real deal. There was no one human that could have made that.
He was trying to tell us about this shadow he had seen in the basement. And that's when we saw the solid three-dimensional figure walking back and forth past the open pocket doors.
I just snapped off a few photos. Toward the end of the hallway, it looked like there was a man in this doorway watching us.
As they prepared to leave, they snapped one final photo inside the house. And that photo revealed yet another shadow figure, adding to the chilling collection of evidence they had gathered. The friends couldn't believe what they had experienced, and the mansion's dark history loomed large in their minds. The Lemp Mansion remains a haunting reminder of the tragedies that unfolded within its walls. With each new visitor, the stories of the Lemp Mansion continue to weave a chilling narrative that captivates and terrifies. Will you be the next to uncover its secrets? If you enjoyed this eerie tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more ghostly adventures. And let me know if you would dare to spend the night in the Lemp Mansion.